Hello. Hello everyone and welcome to Team Melons 4th anniversary stream. So this is just, I wouldn't count this as a true podcast episode, but this is just something we're gonna do. So Team Melon has been going for 4 years now, and yeah, it's crazy. So we have the current director, Ommtdh, the past director, Dan, and Wolfenrahd. So, how are you guys feeling?
I'm feeling jolly good, even though a little bit lonely because it is But we don't talk about that.
We don't
talk about that.
It's been a crazy 4 years, am I right, boys? Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! So,
Woohoo.
how have you guys been doing since the last Melon Cast? So,
Depressed.
Fair enough. But
Yeah.
let's see, when was it? We last streamed Melon Cast 1 month ago. So last month, okay. It is now the time of the Valentines, and it's actually probably a funny story. I don't know the full story behind this, but Team Melon was created. Was it on Valentine's Day? Yeah.
It was on Valentine's Day.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Explain
it?
a bit about that. Yeah, explain a bit about that.
Oh.
It's basically the start of it was 2021. It was the first Brackies jam. Basically, do you guys want me to tell you guys the whole recap story? Okay. So it was the Brackies jam. We basically knew each other from the Blackthorn card game jam, which was in January. So in February 14th, there took a place a new jam, the Brackies jam, 2021.1, I think the exact jam. Basically, it was like 4-ish p.m. when the team was revealed, and it was like Stronger Together. And I was actually in a call with some other another person, Eclipse, who used to be a part of the team. And we were planning on making a game, and then like hour or two passes, I joined like another VC where Dan is, and I'm like, oh, did you guys see the new the Brackies game jam? Like, did you guys see the team? And Dan can continue on from here.
Yeah, I thought you would tell the whole story.
Okay, I'll tell the whole story then. So
I could share my own part as well from what I remember. It's been 4 years, man. It's
I
like,
remember like it happened yesterday, so like it's kind of visible.
It's
in my mind.
Yeah, no, I remember how this was right after the Blackthorn Prod game jam. Right? And we were like, how many of us were in the VC? I think it was me, you.
I think. Yeah, Pooty was there.
Pooty, or Dead Genghis as he used to go by.
Yeah. I don't know if it was. I think it was Casino as well. Casino used to be an ex-member.
Yep. I think that was and then we just kind of recruited everyone along the way, and we were like, hey, the team is stronger together, so we gotta get like as many people as we can, right? Like,
okay, Dad did. Okay, at the start, it basically started out as a joke because like Dan was like, let's make a AAA team. Let's make a AAA team.
Okay, come on.
Stronger together. As it's like started out as a joke, but like in the VC, we basically just went along with the joke, and it eventually snowballed into like actually us being like a team. Like soon enough, people started joining in. It was like 11 people when the team first started. 2 people dropped out immediately. But like, that's the whole story of how the Team Melon came to be. It's very great.
Oh god, the levels of this stream might be a bit funked up, but
Why?
I have no idea. Well, let's just roll with it. Okay, so we have some things planned for today. For example, we are going to make a tier list of Team Melon games and unpublished games that we've worked on in the past. Also, we might have some surprises in the stream.
Anyway, many actually.
Yes, some many, maybe. Yes. Oh yes, Rendered is on the stream. Very nice. Hello, Rendered.
Oh wow.
Yes, returning from the dead, I see. So, I think we could just start with the
Tier list?
tier list, yeah.
Okay. Do we okay, I have a question. Do we go in the chronological order, but like, or do we go like what's the most overrated game and start there?
I think we could just start with any game that catches our eye first. We could actually talk a bit about
separated.
Okay, wait, let me just
Let's start from the start. 4 years ago. Separated.
let me just quickly. Boom. Okay, now
was-
it should be visible. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Now,
Think about it, guys. 4 years ago, the idea of separated came to our minds.
Yes.
Around this time, it started developing.
can I zoom in a bit? Just a bit so that we can actually. Okay, yeah, this is separated.
Okay. Dan Wolfer. Okay, Pxl will not have much to say about the making of it, but
Yeah.
the quality of the game, sure you can. But okay, Dan and Wolfenrahd. I want to ask you something. Are we just judging the game based off the game, or are we judging it based off the development experience?
I think
in
we should.
this case,
I think in this case we should base it off of how good the game is, but we could make a separate hypothetical tier list on how the development was.
I kind of want to weigh the scale on both, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, both.
Okay,
Oh.
okay. Majority of how the game is, or well, okay, we'll see. we'll
let's
see.
just,
Yeah,
based on our gut feeling, I guess, because
I guess.
you know,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
everyone has sort of had a different experience, right? I mean, in some cases it was similar,
Yeah.
in others not so much, but we'll see.
Yeah,
So separated.
separated. Yeah, Wolfen.
Let me see.
Actually, should we pull up the stats of separated, so it's like easier.
Um,
Pull up the stats.
so now do you want it to be like part of the? So now you want to include stats as well?
Let's not
like...
talk about stats.
No.
I think this is.
No. Like that will remind us how we felt.
I feel like we
after,
should have
the
decided
game.
this before the stream, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not pull up the stats. Let's just go based on gut feeling and everything. How we
Okay, gut feeling.
remember this.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
separated. In my opinion. See. You might you might disagree, but I feel like it's C. It's not a bad game. It's just kind of. It's kind of out there, the game. Okay.
It kick-started the team.
It kickstarted
Listen.
the team. Yeah. Go on.
So I remember
It,
I-
it was the
character
pillar
big,
stone, okay? It
Yeah.
was the pillar stone of Team Melons.
Without it, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
Plain and simple. So
I remember the development of it being bad. I mean, I just did the music, but the
Yeah.
gameplay was pretty rough, especially in comparison to some other stuff.
Yeah, I remember playing Minecraft for 8 hours during the development of this.
Yeah.
Wild times.
Yeah.
No. But like Wolfrahd, you did a great job in the OST department, I'd say. Like this game
Yeah.
still holds up.
If you say
Yeah, I
so.
recruited the 8-hour Minecraft player to be the project manager next.
No, in the next games, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I
I-
would say personally, separated. I don't think it's a good game. If I'm ranking it off of the game itself, C or B, probably. But due to the legacy, due to why we are here today, and to just realize today was the day that we thought of separated as an idea and started working on it, I want to call it an A tier.
I want to put it at B tier.
Wolf, what's your rating?
Honestly, C or B. I'd probably say
Okay,
C.
B.
you know.
B.
B. Okay, B.
B.
Okay. Next.
Ash.
Ash. Okay.
Sorry, Brandon.
Ash, A for Ash, bro. A for Ash. Dan, A for Ash. It's kind of fun. I've played it on birthdays. I've played it on birthdays. It's kind of fun.
Okay.
It's
The
kinda
game.
fun.
Okay. I have the view on this that it's an okay game. By all means, it's an okay game. It doesn't have enough juice in
Pxl,
the game.
have we ever played it together?
We have.
No, but like this is amazing though. Ash, I
Okay, I
still
wouldn't
would
put it in A.
consider
I
very
would put
good.
it in B at most. But what are your guys'
Mm,
opinions?
Okay,
I
my
would say
opinion,
I would say A because it's actually kind of fun.
as my like, because to be honest, from what I remember, I really enjoyed developing this game because it really helped me solidify my skills in online multiplayer networking,
Yeah.
and like also it allowed like it's probably the most sophisticated online multiplayer game I've worked on. Well, not entirely,
Yeah.
but it
Oh.
was at the time, and
Yeah, at the time.
Okay.
and yeah.
A.
I would
So
put it
eight.
at B. I would
Okay.
put it at B simply because it could have used some more love in the graphics department.
Yeah, that's
Apart
what
from
I'm
that,
talking about.
it's also like it's not perfectly like balanced as well.
Yeah.
Even though the characters have nice gimmicks, you know, it makes sense for the characters to have what the movesets that they have.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, but
Okay,
Hmm.
I have a point to make. We talked about the legacy of separated. Okay, I will explain something that happened in
Yeah.
the making of Ash, which I don't think most people know. But this was the time that me and Dan started working more intimately, basically. So, and this was the point I suggested becoming the manager of the team.
yeah.
So, in my mind, just because of the events that it led to, I want to put it in A tier. Because that is it. Not only for did it win Team Melon's first award, right? First award. Second of all, it basically without it, we wouldn't have guaranteed I became the manager of the team.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Also, the original idea I wanted to point out, the original idea for Ash, I came up with in the summer of 2020.
Hmm.
Don't say that. Don't say that. They'll disqualify us. They'll
No,
ask for the
no,
money
no, 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 no.
back.
But I put that idea in the backlog of my ideas, and simply when the Torium Jam released, I just took it out my drawer. Okay, sorry for cutting you off, Wolf. You can express your opinion about Ash.
I have no opinion about Ash.
Cutting off what, bro?
Okay.
Cutting off
Okay.
what?
Well, honestly, I'm seeing suppressed memory.
That was a different game. I never played
Okay.
Ash,
Okay.
so I have really
I would-
nothing.
I would put it in B.
I
I'm
would
gonna
put
put
it in A.
I'm gonna put it in B because I would put
I'd
it in
put it
C
in B
and
as well.
Dan would put it in B. So I think this is the midpoint between all of our opinions. I wouldn't put
Okay.
it in A.
I just know there's more epic stuff to come forward.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, okay. Okay, fair. But Ash does have a very good legacy surrounding it,
Fair.
right? So like, so like
Is it-
in my mind, it balances out.
Isn't the next game?
It's the first 3D game as well.
Is it? What is the next game? Is it the?
It's on the floor. S tier.
Okay, on the floor.
S tier. Okay,
so,
listen.
let's see. So I would.
You.
I think it's a
is-
great game.
okay.
I think it's a great game, but the mechanics are a bit. They could be worked on a bit more. I would put this in A, but nowhere near S tier. A
Okay.
is hard
Let me see.
borderline.
Let me see.
Yeah.
This was the game that very much solidified Team Melon into a team. Otherwise, it would have been just a passing thing in that year. Without on the floor, I'm gonna say it again. Without on the floor, we wouldn't have known the extent of the team. And not only that, I would say for 7 days, on the floor is a very polished experience. Not only that, it did get it was the first game of ours to get updates, like an actual update, content update.
Rendit would say B.
On the floor?
That's what I've gathered.
No.
I have more to
he's
share.
talking about Ash.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
talking about
okay.
Ash.
I have
Okay.
more to share.
Okay, and the holy shit, the game is actually still very nice to play and look at. I would say for
the
a 7 day game.
soundtrack. The soundtrack. I
is-
was gonna say the soundtrack is
Yeah.
top notch.
The soundtrack still might be one of my favorites, so it is definitely S tier.
Okay.
I don't.
Good songs.
Is it S
Yeah.
or is it A? Which one?
No, it's
I-
S. It's S.
I,
It's
I
S.
I have a lot more to share about this
Yeah.
game because
Yes.
we actually
floor,
plan
eh?
to update.
Okay,
We actually plan to, we actually plan to update the game. A lot more going on. During 2022, there were multiple attempts of us pitching the game to publishers. That
Yeah.
was my first attempt at pitching. There was also a second attempt. It was really stressful during a really stressful time, but yeah, I think legacy-wise, it stands at an
S tier.
S. As a
It
game,
definitely. It still
as
stands an
much
S.
as much as I'm biased, I would still
No,
put it into
gameplay wise
S.
though. Yeah. I would still put it in
it's
an S.
fun. It's fun.
It is fun.
I do know that there are issues in the gameplay, but I feel like because people were actually able to complete it, I need to
Yeah.
point this out.
I would not put it on S tier because S tier would mean an overall solid package. And the game is, I think the best part of this game is the music.
Okay, Pixel, would you like to make an S plus tier?
No.
we don't make more tier. We don't make more tier.
No. I genuinely do. I do not. Okay, in my mind, On the Floor is still the only game that we have which is very gameplay intensive and still fun to get through the whole game and still very graphically impressive.
S would be Steam release for me. S would be.
We can't. No.
Thing. I wouldn't.
We can.
We can.
No. Wait. But On the Floor as it currently stands, I wouldn't put it in S tier because S tier means. S tier for me is about the game, not only about the development and its legacy, but for me, it's more like S tier would mean like a full game. For example, Knight Rider Arsenal maybe would go to S because of how clean the package is. For me, On the Floor is not really going over the threshold of that cleanness. It's a great game, but I really wouldn't want to put it on S because we have S tier stuff that would go over the cleanliness and overall a more full package over it. And I have some design problems with On the Floor when I play it, which I would say that if those were fixed, it would be an S tier game. But it's not really going over it, you know.
I would say most of our S tier games will have problems nevertheless.
Yeah.
Right? I have other games that I want to put in S tier which will have problems regardless. But I would say On the Floor as a 7-day game with a great concept, Rhythmic Bullet Hell, I do think it is capable of being a Steam release if worked on. So
Yes.
I think it is such a good complete package of a game. The difficulty isn't that hard either, and it is very enjoyable for people to play, and a lot of people have completed the game in front of our eyes, and it is so stylistically, it is still very stylistically vibrant even till to this day, and has the most amount of references in like any game we've made. I do think just for how rich it is, even though there are areas where it's lacking, I think it makes up with how rich it is and like the content it already serves. So I do think if we have to count the S tiers of Team Melon, this is the first one. This wholeheartedly goes in S tier.
I kind of agree. But at the same time, you talked about how much potential there is. I don't think potential serves as power to thrust the game forward to be S tier.
Yeah, it is a jam game. You have to understand 7 days, bro.
For example, like, of course, it's a jam game, and we should rate it as a jam game. But we should compare all of the games together. All of the games are compared to each other with a tier list. So compared to the other games, On the Floor would be A for me. For example, Rendered, who's also a part of the team, said it's A. But what would Dan say?
I say
I
Dan says S.
I said S.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wolf.
Honestly,
And if you want me to state more, then I can.
Okay.
It's really because
Yes.
it's one of the most memorable experiences
Yeah.
in our team. And I know Pixel, you can't really relate, even though you were part of the
No, he
working
wasn't the
team on
team.
it. No, no,
Yeah.
no. Originally, no, but afterwards, there
I
were
did
times.
I only worked
Yeah.
on the web page. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Wolf, you?
I do think there is a lot of bias, so I would honestly say like maybe A or
I
B,
do
but
think we should put an S tier.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
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 Listen,
Okay. Let's
Pixel,
say. Okay.
please,
No. No.
S
Wait.
tier.
Wait. Okay. It's half rendered. Has
No,
that?
no,
No.
no,
No.
we're
I'm
not
no.
taking
I'm
the
no.
chat
I'm asked. No.
opinion.
No.
No,
No. No.
listen.
Shut. There's no way this could get yourself rendered. Do you flip a
No.
coin? Okay. I'm gonna flip a coin. Which do you?
No,
decide?
no, we're
Yes,
not
yes,
flipping
yes.
a coin.
Wait.
Just listen to us. It's not gonna be okay.
Are
I
we
don't
decent
think it's
A?
a problem putting it in S if like two people really do want it
Okay.
though. I don't think we have to pull out the fucking heads or tails, please.
Please,
Pixel,
okay,
it doesn't
okay,
hurt to
okay.
be nice to a game,
no,
bro.
No. Okay. I'm very critical of the games. I don't change my opinions regarding the legacy of the game. That's my problem.
Honestly,
with it.
okay. Honestly, if you want my honest opinion, if I'm comparing the game to like
Yeah.
every other game, I still love the game so much. I would put it on S tier.
Okay.
And
Th-
Dan,
okay,
I think
okay.
agrees as well. Can we
Yeah.
put it in
Okay.
S tier without like?
I don't agree. though.
Okay, here's the reason why I kind of disagree with it is because I don't love the game. I'm looking at it kind of more objectively because, of course, you guys worked on it, but I'm an outsider to the team, so I can more comment on the game. That's why I kind of disagree. Okay, and
But at the
okay.
same time, though, a lot of other people did love the game at the
yes,
same
Yeah.
time.
I agree, but to me, it's not a. To me, it's not about the outsider's opinion at this moment. Of course, the outsider's opinion, yes, very nice. It's a very good game overall, but it's not S tier because S tier means a very good game.
Okay, I feel
compared
like
to-
we
Pause.
spent way too much time on
No,
the floor, guys.
Pause.
I
Pause. If any other game like from this whole other list, if any other game goes in S tier, I would probably have an argument why On the Floor is at the similar level. So I don't see that in my brain, if that makes sense.
Okay, let's flip a coin. Let's just do
No,
this.
so
let's
I'm
not.
suggesting another tier.
Let's not.
Another tier. But that would diminish the purpose of S.
No.
Um,
The thing is,
okay. For
genuinely
me,
do think
A.
it's
For
very-
me, A is quote unquote the best team, best game, best games. S is extraordinary games.
Okay. I don't want to ruin the future of the tier list, but at the same time, I have like some games that I wholeheartedly would put in A tier, and so On the Floor still goes in S tier. Something more than Separated, more than Ash, but lesser than On the Floor. There is a lot of games that can be counted in that category. And I
so-
do think On the Floor is very
Okay,
good
okay,
to the point it
Okay,
is.
I'm gonna put this to S, but it's lower tier S. I'm not gonna make a new category, but it's
So
the lower
that's
edge
why
of
I
it.
that's why I said make another tier.
But that
I'm
would
just
diminish the
saying.
value of S. Okay.
No,
Then what do you
yeah,
want?
it could. I think
What?
it could like be on lower S tier. That's
Okay,
fine.
okay,
Like,
let's do
Yeah,
it.
but
it's
for
I
clear-
I do think it is S tier.
If you want more
I
clarity,
full
then
like-
just make another tier. I would say, but
I
like
have no idea. How
it would still be S. But if you want a higher end S, then just make an S plus tier. I don't
I
see
can.
what's
I
the
don't think
problem.
I can.
At
I
the
don't think I can
same
edit
time-
it right now.
At the
Um,
same time,
Yeah.
right? If you're going on a very critical approach, we can dig into the games, but a lot of this tier list, the gut feeling and the stuff, is gonna
Yeah.
be from how much we love it as well. So.
It's not. It's not that I'm very strict. I just don't see Own the Floor in S tier. That's my take. Anyway, next game. Yeah, rendered like high A and low A. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
something like. Yeah.
Okay, now. Yeah, horizontal
Ooh,
priority.
after-
Okay, horizontal priority.
The horizontal
So-
priority, yeah,
so,
that's just
okay.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next, isn't it?
Girlfriend game and sport plus Isaac. Sport plus
We don't-
Isaac isn't here.
Yeah, it's not here. Let's not.
Um,
No, let's not add it here. It's gonna complicate things a bit.
Yeah,
Anyway.
okay, let's just
Okay, so-
couple it with the girlfriend game.
So,
yeah.
Dan, you explain what we are talking about to the viewers currently.
Yeah.
What is
oh,
Sport plus
thank you
Isaac and a GF game, a girlfriend game?
why, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. I'm very honored.
Rather, we don't
Well-
know how to say, so we're just pushing it out
Well-
to you.
Well, how do I put this? Basically, after making 104, as far as I remember, we gained some more team members, and we were like, hey, we're gonna make 2 games at a time, and they're gonna be, they're gonna have Steam releases, as far as I remember, and yeah, one of these projects is gonna be. There were actually several. I think there were like 5 options. And out of 5, we chose 2, which was one called the girlfriend game, which was gonna be about high school love, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the second game was called Spore plus Isaac. That was a working title, and it was basically gonna be a combination of Spore, the game where you evolve from a small bacteria. Well, you guys know what Spore is, I assume. It's a very popular game. Just look it up.
Yeah.
And it was going to be a combination of that with Binding of Isaac, which was a roguelike game where you fight across rooms, and it's just a simple dungeon-like game, basically.
Yeah.
And to say that they didn't age well would be an understatement. I mean, okay, to be honest, they started out really well, but over
Mhm.
time it just really dissipate. Like the motivation really dissipated in the team.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's actually
I do
around
want
when
to
I
take this
joined.
moment. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
joined,
joined right
before
before.
the girlfriend game. You joined
Yeah.
for the girlfriend game.
Yes.
Okay. I need to talk about one thing. I need to talk about our 8-month-long gay rivalry, Pixel. Okay.
Okay.
To put some context, me and Pixel were.
I'm gonna show the photo of them.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Go.
Oh.
Me and Pixel were basically fighting over the art style of the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, like, turns out we really had like big fights that went like weeks and weeks and weeks, and it was insane because like at one time I remember I was like so invested in an argument that I basically made my feet turn purple because I was like putting too much pressure on it while I was like sitting and talking.
Yeah, those were some interesting times. Also, to the viewers, could you explain what the specific, the biggest part of the rivalry was?
The biggest. What do you mean? Well, okay. Artistically, I wanted to go with something like Persona because I was getting into Persona at the time, or well, a chibi version of Persona. And Pixel wanted to go for something GBA. So, well, Game Boy at the start, and then we fighted so much that it basically came to GBA. So much fighting.
Now, to the viewers, this is what we are talking about. Basically, on the left is what Ohm made, and on the right was what I made. So we were talking about this whole thing for, was it months even? And it came to the
Yeah.
point where the people, Dan made an announcement and people voted.
Indeed.
Yes,
Indeed.com.
indeed. Now, I would personally rate this at C.
Oh, C. Yeah, it is
C.
C. It's
C.
I think
good.
we
Good concept.
unanimously
Yeah.
agree that both projects
the
go to
first
C.
game, the first game we agreed on.
Yeah,
Yes.
unanimously. Yeah.
Unanimously, it's a
Guys,
C.
it's a simple word. Unanimous. What is wrong with y'all?
my
Okay, I'm
brain.
kidding.
That's
we
what.
listen
That's what
and
wrong.
we don't judge.
Yeah.
We listen and we don't judge.
No. Now. Now, the next game is the VeggieTale.
Laser Keep.
Oh.
No. No. Shit.
It's
It is
VeggieTale.
VeggieTale.
No, VeggieTale.
Yes, it is. You're right. Right.
I think it's
S.
Oh, the potential.
Guys,
potential.
the pinnacle of Team Melon.
The pinnacle.
It
dude.
is. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna explain to the people what this is. Basically, VeggieTale was, I think, a week-long jam of our own making, where we tried to make an RPG game. It was kind of Pokemon inspired, and we tried that, and well, I could let the game speak for itself because I could show it on itch.io. Basically, it's a very, very heartbreaking game.
No one has completed it.
Other
If
than
you
me,
are
I
up
maybe
for the
rendered.
task.
Was it
Maybe
beat
me.
this? I'm not sure about you, but
Do you really seriously want me to beat it again?
yeah. Anyway,
One day I'll make a 5-hour stream of me just beating VeggieTale.
Okay,
I'll have nothing
this.
to do.
So, it's this kind of a game, and basically, let me get to the gameplay part. Just gonna... So, so
I will. In the meantime, I can tell why this game was made.
oh god, this is horrible. The music is horrible. I mean, the music is not the music is not horrible, but it's like it's too loud. So, this is what the game looks like. I'm gonna put the background music back on. So, yeah, there's NES graphics plus no story plus
Random encounters.
that's not the biggest problem. The battles, the healing doesn't work in this game. There's barely any story. The NPCs kind of exist everywhere, and they put out generic lines. There's really no good stuff to talk about this game, and it's impossibly long. So
It is very long.
that's the context
this
behind
game-
it. Yes.
Okay,
go on.
okay. I will tell you why this game was made. This game was made because girlfriend game was RPG, right? So we were trying to figure out the turn-based combat system. So to figure the combat system out, we were like, okay, let's just make a new game with to figure out the new combat system for the girlfriend game, so we can import it there. And we basically came up about Dan came about the idea of what if there is a rivalry between meat and vegetables, raw. That's what he said in the VC. And then we started working on this game for a week. I was not present. I think unfortunately I had to. I was busy, and Pxl and Dan basically spearheaded this.
Yeah. So I did the level design and 2D art, and Wolfenrahd I think made the music, and Dan did the programming.
Yup.
I think that's how it went.
It just went, to be honest.
It's just-
Like, it just went.
It is.
Because
It
it
is.
is just...
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, to be brutally honest,
Yeah. I think it's...
like...
Back then the game was... I mean, back then, when we just had released it, it was an okay game for Team Melon.
It was very much experimental.
Very experimental. And, I mean, I would personally put it in C.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it in D
I'll
because
put it
we
in
have
C as well.
one game that reaches that depth of the hell. So,
Wait, which game?
You know
You
which.
will see.
You will see.
Oh,
So
oh, oh.
it's not the recent. Not it's not the recent. It's
It's not the reason.
yeah.
I don't.
So
Oh.
no. So
Mhm.
yes. Now, the next game. The next game is going to be
Is Laser Cape.
Laser Cape. I honestly would put this maybe in A.
Yeah,
I
also
would.
put it A.
I would put it on A. Unanimous A here, Wolfenrahd.
Okay. Let's. Could we give a bit
Wolfenrahd
of
is
context?
sleeping in the VC.
Yeah, but
Yes.
no, Wolf, we won't let you be free. So no context for anyone. So I honestly can't recall too many details about the jam or the circumstances themselves. So
I
could
just
you?
know it looked good.
Yeah, the game looked pretty good. I mean, if anyone's interested in looking at any of these games, you can find the released games
All the
on
links,
teammelon.itch.io or my page pxldev.itch.io. So it's pxldev.itch.io. Something. So
The personal plug goes insane.
I'm gonna go ahead and personally plug
Yeah.
myself as well in. It's Danqzq.io if anyone's interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Home.
Smooth like butter.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit weird to be promoting my own thing because this is being streamed on my channel.
That
But,
is true.
That is true. Now, Laser Keep, it's a 3D game. It's kind of one first-person and third-person game at the same time. The perspective is weird, very weird.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's a very much debatable topic, and
Yeah.
it really depends on how you viewed the game.
It could be even, it could be second person, maybe, but
I
all of
consider
this
it
is
first person.
it could be any of these, cause yeah, but
Oh, wait.
I would
I will pause the stream.
Yes?
Is okay. Can we? I think Wolfenrahd might have to leave right now. He has been messaging me that
Yes.
he needs to drop out of the stream. Everyone, congratulate Wolfenrahd for being such an amazing team member and not
Oh.
sleeping for us. But yippee!
Yippee!
yes.
Like, and we
And
all
I
love Wolfenrahd.
I
Oh.
also unfortunately have to make a leave right now.
Yes,
Right now.
right now.
As much as I want to continue doing the tier list, I could if you guys need my opinion, I could text you guys what I think. I need to
Yeah.
get going.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to express eternal gratitude to everyone who has been a part of Team Melon throughout
That
these
is-
4 years. At any moment of time, I feel like Team Melon has now become timeless. It will forever be forever.
That is insane.
that is insane, but yeah, no, it's been a crazy journey again, and I can't stop saying that because it actually has been a crazy journey. 4 years is how many days? It's over 1,000 days. It's almost 1,400 days, which is crazy. And the amount of jams we participated in, the amount of projects we made, the amount of progress the team has made, the amount of skills everyone attained, the amount of growth everyone has experienced, it's insane. It's amazing to witness. And look who we have here. We have Big Memer Man joining the stream or the podcast.
That is true.
That is true.
Yes.
Now,
Aloha.
So
yes. Before we
Yes.
continue rating these, I think Dan and Wolfenrahd will leave, right?
yep.
Yep. So
So-
I'll see Dan later. I'll see Wolf in like 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you
So
for
y'all
joining.
have
this.
an amazing podcast.
Yes.
Stream, more
yes,
like.
Stream,
just like,
stream
Both.
podcast. What is this? It's
Yeah.
both.
Yes,
Um,
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love y'all. and have a nice day.
Yeah, you
Yes.
too.
We love you
Peace.
too, Dan. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
You.
See ya.
You.
Wolfenrahd, or did
was
you
tragic.
fall asleep?
Wolfen fall asleep.
Did he fall asleep? Hello?
That would be funny.
Wolfen. He fell asleep. Okay, amazing. Our stream is the best stream on YouTube right
Yes,
now. We
exactly.
have
I
a
agree.
we have a sleep man in the VC right now.
Exactly. Chat, clip that.
Don't clip that, please.
Clip that.
Uh,
Clip that right
okay.
now. Clip
As we were talking about Laser Cape, we will continue talking about Laser Cape. Big Boo, but I am afraid your involvement comes in a bit later, so it'll
Yeah.
mostly just yeah. You can talk about the
you can help
uh,
us rate these, okay? Because we'll count your opinion in too. So laser keep.
Okay.
It's A. It's A. Everyone agreed on
It's
that.
it is. I agree. But
I-
can we talk
so-
about how much we like it?
Okay, we can. I was just about to actually just do a bit of explaining on what the game is and wow, just overall about the game's development. So the game is about a guy who can shoot lasers out of his eyes, and he has goggles, and he can only see enemies with the goggles, but he can't shoot enemies with the goggles, which means that you have to switch kind of two perspectives, right? Switching between two different worlds, and you have to kind of aim with the goggles on, then get your goggles out and then shoot. So it's a 3D game. It's kind of, I'd say it's mildly in the genre of action platformer games, 3D, but it's
It's like old school
very old school. So
FPS.
I
Yeah.
thought it was like a Doom game. Like,
Yeah,
kinda
yeah, it is. I would
Doom
say it's a
shooter.
shooter puzzle. It's a shooter puzzle.
Yeah.
game.
so
Is it
I
within the boomer shooter genre?
it's
Sorry about
not
that.
it's not in a boomer. It's not in a boomer.
shooter, but
Yeah.
like it's a
Okay.
puzzle.
Yet to make a game like that, but basically it's a 3D game. I made the 3D level design, the lighting, and I think I did character sprites. Did I?
Yeah. Yes, you did. Yeah.
I can't recall. Yeah. So
Yeah.
also I think that was the first game I voice acted in Team Melon. So
That
yeah.
is indeed true. Okay.
yeah, the Swano. So
Suwano.
Swano.
And an amazing thing is this game. I don't know. Okay, this is gonna be 100% my actual reaction. I don't know how high it got in the stats, but it actually really did very well for the jam.
Yeah.
Like
It
top 20.
actually, yeah. Wait, I actually did send a screenshot in of the ratings quite recently. Actually, everyone just kind of ignored it. So here it is. So graphics 12th, overall 14th, audio 19th, game design 25th, innovation 54th, fun 55th, and theme 82nd. I'll just have to look up how many games were submitted into this game jam and how
Also,
many
what
people.
was the theme?
The theme was you can't see it or something. It's fine.
Oh, I mean,
That's-
I can just look up the theme because I'm going to see
Yeah.
how. Let me see.
But like, I will be honest that seeing the results.
It was
of this
Bracky's game jam. Oh,
Yeah, Bracky's Game
Oh.
Jam 2022.
graphics 12th
0.1.
overall.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So there were
It is.
1,578 submissions.
That's crazy.
That's really
Bracky's
good.
Game Jam.
Bracky's game
Yeah.
jam.
Which
That
is
was
starting
only
in 2
the-
days again.
Crazy. That was only the fifth game released by Team Melon, though, wasn't it?
Yes.
Uh,
I could
four,
actually
I
I could actually show the GIF
no.
Dan made for this game. So it's this kind of a game.
The GIF is running at 10 FPS. This is
It
so
is.
amazing.
It's also that my Discord stream is running at 15 FPS. So
Bro, Pirate Nitro like a normal tech human being.
yeah. But I think this game looks pretty decent. I mean, still to
Very
this
good,
day.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, still, I think it holds up. It is one of the games that holds up very well aesthetically.
Yeah.
Is that mechanically it is very hard to figure shit out, but it is
Yeah.
it is a pretty nice game. It's
It
a
is.
completable game. There's a boss fight. It's good music, good ambience. I think it's A. It's
It
very
is,
much an
yeah.
A tier.
Now,
Huh.
next game, which is
Which is oh shit. I don't remember.
you forgot. Let me actually
I
see.
Are we doing this in
forgot.
order? Why do we have to do it in
Yes.
an order?
We're going in order
Because it's funner.
it's fun. Okay,
Because it's a 4-year anniversary.
next
You
is,
wouldn't,
this
you
is
wouldn't imagine
sketchy.
us like starting something.
This is sketchy.
This is funny because this is the first game I voice acted in.
And is it the only one thus far?
It is the only one
Oh,
thus
yeah.
far, unfortunately.
Yes, we have done voice acting outside of this in the Basement VA group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or your channel, but like
yeah, both. Now, well,
Both,
I
but
would
like-
put this is sketchy in B.
over separated. Under after over separated.
Wait,
It is
what?
funny though.
No, I think Ash
It-
is
under-
over-separated. Is it?
Yeah, it is over separated.
So we put
So
it
I
between?
think this is sketchy is yes, because I do think I don't think the game holds up very much graphically nowadays, but I do think the narrator and the whole idea of it was kind of funny. So
Okay.
somewhere around separated.
I mean, this game for me is it's. I forget this game every single time someone talks about Team Melon games. I always forget that this game exists. It's not memorable for me.
Yeah, that is true, and the whole thing is like we kind of suck at 3D game jams, which yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the last game, graphically, we don't talk about that yet, but yeah.
Like, yeah, I think I agree. B tier because it's funny. By the way, for the people who are here, listen. Don't tell you who told you this, but like, play the game with the narrator voice to 0. Thank me later.
Is it bad? Is it like
No,
really,
it's
really
not.
bad?
It's not. It's definitely
It's-
not bad. It's definitely not bad.
It's not bad. It does something funny. Now, the next game in our list is Knight Rider Arsenal.
Before you continue, I do think this is sketchy does something similar to Stanley Parable, so that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh,
when
okay,
did
I
we-
think I know what it does.
Yeah, when did we work on the other Veggie Tale?
That's much later, man. That's much
Okay,
later.
so next one is Knight Rider Arsenal.
Ooh, I would say. I would say A tier.
Okay, I would say S. I think this is
Okay,
over. I
I
think this is
say-
over Ommtdh like this.
I
don't-
say it is.
The reason why I would put this more down is because this was a collaboration between Team Melon and Dynamite Stew. But I would put this above Ommtdh because I find this game more fun. I can't say anything about the development because I wasn't included in it, but the game itself is fun.
Oh well. Wait a bit. The thing is, right, with Knight Rider Arsenal, I don't know if this is a sensical one, but I do think it is. In my mind, it's very A tier. Like, if I had to define a like a tier with like a game, I do think Knight Rider would be the A tier game in my mind. Like, I don't know. Like, I do like everything in the game, but I guess it's the fact that nothing speaks to me. As a game, I appreciate it, but it's like I've had moments where I will look at like
Yeah.
games I made, like even bad games. I will look at them and be like, oh yeah, that's a game I contributed in, and like that, like yeah, stuff like that. Knight Rider doesn't speak to me like that, and this is the only one from the development team. So This is a very biased opinion. I will say that
Yeah.
outright. Very biased opinion because it is one of the only games that doesn't talk to me
Okay.
directly. So
If,
I don't know. So
if we had
I
a
was
tier
actually
with...
really excited. Oh,
Yeah?
my bad.
Oh.
I was like really excited to hear Knight Rider Arsenal development stuff because I didn't know if Pixel worked on it or not. But now that I found out it hasn't, I'm actually really upset because I know nothing about that game. Like I joined Team Melon right before that game, I think. So I remember it
Yeah.
coming out. and I
no,
remember
after.
No, I was in Team Melon when it came out. I know it was. Because I remember getting like a ton of exposure and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry, my
Aw.
bad. What are the rules on what I can say? Can I like?
You
Can I
can
say like?
you can
That's
speak
where-
you can speak anything about the development and the team, but
No, I mean like, can I swear?
you can swear. Don't go overboard.
Mild.
I won't go. I
Mild.
won't go overboard. Bro, if people saw like if we exposed the average Pixel Tavern VC, your
No.
entire career would be cooked.
Shush.
We don't talk about those.
I had to bring it up.
Shush.
But-
You're crossing the boundaries here, little man. So,
This is like leaking the.
Little man.
This is
Little
like
man.
this is like leaking the friend Discord servers. Fucking.
Leaking the boys group chat.
Oh my god.
no, we're not leaking
So-
shit. This shush.
We're gonna wait for Rico now.
So I would if we had a tier called S question mark, I would put it there. But I would, by essence, I would put Knight Rider Arsenal above Own the Floor. But
Okay,
it's
okay.
a question mark more because we worked with another group with this, in this. So it's not really fully our game. So I can't really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it this as I can't.
He gets a tier of his own between A and S. And it'll be funny actually. S tier question mark. No. Don't make don't
Do it,
make
do it.
above on the floor. Don't make above. S question mark. Yeah,
Can I?
that works. Don't. Shit.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Under.
I think we should
Go on.
appreciate Knight Rider Arsenal though for just
Okay.
the amount of exposure that it
Okay.
gave to like
Okay.
the entire. Like,
Actually, I'm
No.
gonna-
Okay, actually, that is true.
It
That-
gave so
don't
much
put that
exposure.
there.
There was like a lot of coverage by different like
Outlets,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite a recognized game.
That is true. It
Okay.
is the only game that has recognized like in a very big mainstream kind of way. I do appreciate that. It was
I'd
big money
really,
price, but like
I'd really put this above Own the Floor, but I'm gonna put it in S question mark, which is yes, it's above Own the Floor, but we are not
For
gonna
me, it's-
acknowledge it fully.
yeah.
We are not gonna acknowledge it fully because it was a group effort. So
Yeah. So like it's half it.
it's-
But yes, correct.
it's in essence it's above Own the Floor, but it's currently okay. Anyway, next game.
Okay, in my biased opinion, on the floor is it's still
On the floor
biased.
is
So
like- Slay the dice.
biased.
In
I say
comparison, it's
biased.
Slay
I
dice.
say biased, man.
Slay
Slay the
dice.
dice.
Oh my god.
It is the top of the B tier. It is it is better
Yeah.
than Ash. It is B
Yeah.
tier,
I-
but I don't think it's
yeah.
a laser game.
I remember
Yeah.
making
I-
the
I-
art for this, so it was pretty fun. I think the development was didn't the development
We
was
had a
ass.
fight. I don't know.
Yeah,
We had a fight.
not just a fight. The idea changed multiple times, didn't it?
Oh yeah, the idea changed like 3 times, and
Yeah.
it was not in my control either at the time. I think it was other people. I'm not.
Mm.
I don't even remember who was like working on the idea, but like the idea changed so many times that we wasted like half of the game jam just on the idea.
Yeah,
And we had to like quickly rush a game out, and this is the stuff we could do, which was pretty good, I'd say. Like it is pretty fun. It's on the same level of Ash as me, I would say. It is more polished than Ash, but in my like playing experience, Ash is a bit more fun.
okay.
But
I-
it is more polished, so I would say.
Yeah, I would say this is more polished. The game I played the game recently. It's a bit. It is what it is, but I
It
would
is
put
what
it
it
over
is, but,
Ash.
like-
It's okay. The fighting itself is more satisfying than in Ash, so
Okay, okay. If you mean the effects, I will agree, but it is kind of fun to be in a like I don't know, just because it's a multiplayer game and you have to be in a like what do
Okay.
you say, multiple people
I
with
feel
that,
like-
it already makes it funner.
I
if that
think
makes sense.
Ash's main constraint is that it's 3D, because with 2D, not only can you it's easier to make it more exaggerated, which makes it more satisfying. You can also add sprite effects, which you know when you get hit, it flashes like white, stuff like this. Of course, you can do it in 3D, but I feel like in 2D, it's easier. Also, there wasn't really any feedback for getting hit. That's what's kind
That
of...
is true.
That
That is true, but it is very chaotic, very fun. So I would say like the fun level is like there, I'd say. But like I genuinely do think Render did an amazing job.
Yeah,
as
he
a,
did.
Like
He did.
because it was beginner at the time, it's like an amazing job.
Yes.
Gosh.
Now, the next
After Slay
game...
the Dice.
The next game is Money Seeker.
Ooh.
Esther. Esther.
Nah, no. Hey,
Yeah, I honestly...
Esther.
okay.
Esther.
Okay,
No,
I
Esther.
feel like
It is.
I feel like it's S tier because it's one of the better looking games of Team Melon graphically.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. And it
Overall,
is
slightly
genuinely a
below
good
the latest game, but it's still maybe okay. 3D graphically, it's one of the best.
It is. I agree. I full on agree.
Yes.
And I in my mind, I say Money Seeker is still graphically one of the best Team Melon games, and it deserves to be recognized as such because this is also made in a 7-day game jam, and it is absolutely bonkers how much Team Melon can do with that amount of time. If we try, it is absolutely bonkers of how good we can make stuff.
Yeah. It's really satisfying still to look at these pictures.
I agree. Even I helped it out with the casino, which I still
Yeah.
really love. This is
Exactly. And I mean,
hell.
I really like. From what I remember, I was the no. Oh,
Oh no, not this.
good that I had sound off. Okay, everyone who even plans on playing our older games in the beginning, turn the volume down. Okay, so we'll skip
Yeah,
this.
this even had cutscenes. Yeah.
Yeah. So this
Very
it's a bit
atmospheric, yeah.
it's a bit wonky on the lighting on the web build, but like this graphically, I mean, I think so. From what I remember, I made all of the sprites, like the character sprites. I made the 3D models, and yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
and I made this price for this casino area in specific.
yeah, actually.
And I really like how atmospheric this game is generally. So like, definitely S tier. It stays there. If we talk about any downsides of the game, it might just be gameplay. But honestly, if you are making this such a amazing graphical game, I don't think gameplay at that point like should be the main. Like we shouldn't focus on it when the graphics speak for themselves. 7 days again.
7 days, yeah. This is incredible. I actually have I somewhere I posted on the channels where I actually found the original plan for the cave area, which was actually planned to be about, I'd say by area, almost 5 to 10 times bigger.
Yes.
Which was
Which
crazy.
is
I did
which
the
is
good-
a bad habit of people.
yeah,
Overscoping.
overscoping by a lot. But overall, I think this is a pretty screenshotable game.
Very screenshotable
Overall.
game.
And if
I
we-
think this holds up very well.
So if I do this, I actually, during this time, I found out, I just kind of discovered methods for working myself. For example, all of the characters use the same animation, but I'm overlaying a material over all of these, which basically, I only need to animate one set of characters, and I just switch out the sprite sheet so that it's still playing the same animations. This is a very hacky way of doing it, but if you have like, I don't know, over 20 NPCs in the game, it really helps. I mean, overall,
It really does.
yeah, overall, I feel like this game is a pretty solid game. I mean, it's even pretty satisfying when you collect these, and yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would say
very good package. Very good.
very good
package of game.
package. It's a bit
Actually-
lacking on the content, but that doesn't diminish from it being a pretty solid package.
Very good. Yeah.
So
I think same level. It's amazing. Esther just as
Yeah.
the way it is. Yeah.
now, what's
Then the next one.
Cottageville?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I have a little bit of talking here. I have a little bit of talking. S tier, please, S tier. Purely from a development standpoint, the network framework used to make it is just like an absolute legendary thing on Dan's end.
that is
Okay.
true.
Okay.
But
That's not the,
yeah.
that is, I think, isn't that the only game Team Melon currently has on Steam?
that is
Yep.
the only game Team Melon has.
Exactly. I feel like
Yes.
If you-
It's over. Fucking.
I feel like
a mile.
I myself don't like the game that much because I'm not into the genre it is in. Actually, if
Yeah,
anyone's
same.
interested in the game, it's in my description, Cottageville Steam page, so you can find it. Also, Toilet Zone 2 is Wolfenrahd's game that he's currently working on. You can find his channel. You can find him really anywhere. Just type in Wolfenrahd and you'll find him. So, yeah. But Cottageville...
Please do check that out. Yeah.
Yeah. Cottageville is... I feel like it's S tier. I wouldn't put it... I wouldn't put the gameplay in S tier, but because it's such a solid and polished package, it's S tier by default.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would say gameplay wise and like the gameplay wise basically I would put it in like solid A tier. Like the gameplay is unpacking. As I said, I'm the same way with Pxl. Like I'm not a biggest fan of this genre, like unpacking and stuff like that. But it definitely has a time and place. It is the game is very polished, very polished. It is also multiplayer. It's more of a productivity app than a game, right?
Mhm.
More of a productivity thing, and it actually excels at what it does. And I do think it's fine if you keep it there.
Yeah. Now, of course, I don't have much to say about Cottageville, so I'm ready to move on. The next game being...
same.
Hey, can I
Yeah.
just say something?
Yeah?
Oh, sure.
I made like a ton of music for that game. I think it takes up like more than like a quarter of the music library in that game. A lot of it was made by Technoax, I believe. Is that his name? I think. maybe?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I think a majority of it was made by Technoax. I think who else made music? Was it just me and Technoax? I swear there was someone else.
Okay.
There might
fun
be...
thing.
I'm not sure. I remember Dan asking me about if I want my music in the game. I can't
Yeah.
remember if any of my music is in the game, so I can't really comment on it.
Okay.
But
Fun
yeah,
fact.
you can
Fun
even
fact.
Yeah.
Okay. In the jam version, the jam version was made in 3 days. Me and Dan basically got into a VC. We started talking, and we were like, "Hey, what if you add a Persona music into this?"
Yeah,
and he did.
oh.
And that in the jam version, "Beneath the Mask" could have been played, which is
And it's
fun
no
tidbit.
and just to clarify, I don't think it's in the retail version of the Steam game, right?
Yeah, hopefully not.
Hopefully not, yeah. But I think that's all we can really talk about this. I mean, if we had Lenny
Yeah.
or Dan or anyone here who was on the team, we could make this a more longer of a topic for this. But I think it's a pretty solid
But
pick for
unfortunately,
this.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
the next game is Papers, Yes Please. So, where
I
should we
think we're
put this?
missing Adventures of Aswell. Well, let's rate Adventures of Aswell.
Okay.
Funny story. D tier. Amazing.
By default, did
Okay.
This is
think
the
it's,
worst
like, a
game.
C tier.
I think this is the worst game Team Melon has made. Honestly, I feel like VeggieTale is worse in the gameplay aspect.
Okay, right. VeggieTale is the best game ever, and I am absolutely amazed that you have not made a tier above S tier for it. I am actually offended by the fact you have not made a new
Exactly.
tier for VeggieTale. It is
Exactly.
that elite. It is the best game ever developed. We are literally Hideo Kojima on this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. 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 I will tell you guys the story of Adventures of Aswell. So, back in the
Mhm.
times when I had no PC, these people, Dan and like Cyro, Pxl, and Rafa, I think, they were like, okay, we will join a jam, and look, the price is like 500 USD. Actually, it was a trip to Miami, but like they were just gonna give us 500 USD. Uh, these people were like, oh, we will win this jam. Nobody's attending it, and we'll get Ommtdh a PC.
Yeah.
They passed the deadline.
That's
They passed the
hilarious.
deadline. They passed the deadline.
By how
I'm like,
much?
look,
I don't think we did.
buy like yeah, you did.
No,
You guys did.
we
I
did get
remember
some
this.
kind
Yes,
of a
you-
prize.
No, you know, I will explain how. I will explain how. You guys went over the deadline by like 10 hours. I'm like looking and like, what the fuck? You guys haven't done anything? I'm like, Dad, make a game, flip assets, make walk cycle. And I basically rushed them into making a game.
So you could get a PC.
Then we talked to the guy who was running all of this space character, and we were like, Master, please let our game be in. We just slept. We didn't submit because we slept. Please understand. And he was like, okay, sure. And then he accepted the thing, and the jam was so niche that literally nobody else submitted a game, and we won. We won the jam prize. We got the 500 USD.
Yeah.
Insane story.
And
Insane story.
from what I remember, it was even related to some shady crypto stuff or something. So
Yeah, and then later on they were like, "Oh, can you like? There's this $500 deal again, but like help us work on a game." And this like crypto thing, like some team members did accept the thing, but like it went nowhere, so we weren't involved in a crypto thing at all. I think we dropped out the moment we learned it was like linked to some crypto and metaverse stuff.
Yeah.
So like, pretty good.
No.
But with the funny thing, they did give us money. Biggest scam of Team Melon. We don't talk about this.
Now, biggest scam for Team Melon was me joining. No, legit. I joined with basically no skills at all.
Yeah, but like me too. But like,
Fair enough. Fair enough. But now, next game is Papers. Yes, please.
Pocket. Okay, on a limb, A tier. Graphically,
B.
just off graphically, A tier.
Okay. Graphically, it could even be S tier. When it
I
comes
agree,
to
but, like, the
no.
gameplay.
Graphically, your sections of the game, like the dialogue, S tier, S tier.
I agree.
But the game is so ass. If it didn't have the graphics, it would be put to C with Vegetail.
I agree. I full on,
So-
like full-heartedly agree. I would say, however,
Also the
this is
broken dialogue system.
Yeah, that is true. But
B.
I will say the two big. I will talk about the process of the game. I will talk about. Okay, the music and the graphics.
Mm.
Listen, please. Don't break my heart. Put it in like bottom A tier. It's fun. It's pretty nice.
Mm.
Think about it. Think about it. Hard enough. It's first visual novel Team Melon made.
Okay, I retract my sentence of the gameplay being C. I put it in D. The gameplay.
Yeah.
Fuck
Because
you.
I don't think it's even possible to beat the game.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
you
know
mentioned
what?
that a while ago too.
You know what? Okay, high B tier.
Oh.
My offer.
I
Low
put
B
it-
tier.
Okay, below Slater Dice.
That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. But
The
but if
graphics
people-
push it up, but there's only so high the graphics can push a shit game.
Can I just say
That
something
is-
though? I
Yeah?
feel like this is sketchy should be higher purely because of how artistic it is in its like graphics. And I know
no.
like, and like it has like a couple of cool Easter eggs, just like really cool things that make a game cool. And Papers Just Please
yeah, but
barely
it's
works.
barely functional.
Okay,
fair
It's barely functional. So like,
yes,
I'm not
for
gonna count
the
it,
people who don't know how this sketchy looks like.
It looks like a Flash game.
Now
That's not a bad
let's
thing, that's a
no
great art
no wait no.
Bad
Wait,
thing, yeah. I'm not saying it is.
wait a second. And this is how this is sketchy looks like. No, fuck no. I mean, this is how Papers, Yes Please looks like.
Show the other image. Show the other image.
Thing is,
The
right, I
detective guy.
feel like there's like a bit of inconsistency in Papers, Yes Please in like some elements.
Fair.
I was the
Okay,
main artist.
Okay.
What do you
would say-
There is a slight. I agree, but
I
it's a
don't
jam
agree.
game. How long was the game jam?
I agree. I agree.
This
but
was
I also-
this was 2 days. 1 day was spent doing nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But that's your fault.
I would.
Similar
Honestly,
time
I wouldn't.
frames, I'm
I wouldn't.
just-
Honestly, I wouldn't call this artistic. It's art,
Yeah.
but
No, I think it's beautiful in a way. And I think a lot of people share that sentiment.
I would. I like honestly.
would
I
move-
could.
I
I
would
could
move it
do
above
this kind
Ash
of
at
art.
least.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
This frame still looks very good.
it does.
In
Yes.
This Is Sketchy, I did the detective frame is by far one of the it's actually very good looking frame.
So I feel like this is sketch is already locked because I, Dan, and maybe even Wolfenrahd agreed on this specific
The ranking,
arrangement. Yeah. But Papers, Yes Please, ass game, very nice looking graphics. Next.
Very nice looking graphics. Yeah.
Next.
Wait, do I talk about the process of This Is Sketchy?
Oh yeah.
Not
Go
This Is
on.
Sketchy. Yeah, Papers, Yes Please. Fucking fiasco working on that game. Everyone dropped out. Okay, if people didn't know, this game was gonna have like the most world-shattering plot ever. I don't know how we would have managed that because importing the dialogue would have taken like 3 years. But other than that, it would have had the most groundbreaking plot, and like you would have to make a passport to like get yourself out of a country, and it's a very cool concept. I would agree, it's a very cool concept, right?
Mhm.
Unfortunately, Team Melon did what Team Melon does best and overscoped. It just you genuinely don't learn at all. Just overscoping after over, and the game designers at the time said they wanted 3 different areas for this damn game.
Yeah.
Which is I will not say anything, but I don't think that was a good idea.
I don't remember who exactly did what. I remember helping with, lore and just kind of some stuff. I dropped out because I remember she's not having any motivation to work on this game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
you were supposed to be the artist as well with me, but then you were like,
Yeah.
I don't have the motivation.
not
and
just the motivation,
that-
but back then my skill set wasn't at a level where I could really draw consistently. I wouldn't even say it's currently at that level, but it is.
It is.
It is what it is. But this game, a very nice looking, very ass game.
Yeah. The fact is, most of this art was drawn and sketched in like 1 day, mostly for like 1 night. So I do think, and like for all of the drawings, all of the characters that you see, the characters in, I basically I took myself as the reference for all of them. I basically took photos of myself in those positions, wearing similar clothes and like, stuff like that, and tried to draw. And everything in the game is basically drawn traditionally,
Yeah.
right? Edited digitally, but like drawn traditionally. So I think that is also another really cool thing about the game that doesn't get mentioned as often. That everything was drawn with a paper and pen. So
No.
just glazing enough. Next point.
Next game is Robocalyptic. I can't comment on this game at all because I did not play it nor follow its development, nor do I know anything about the game.
Okay,
I-
I will tell you. I will
Yeah.
give you a Cliff Notes version. this game won Melon Jam. Second of all, not only did it win Melon Jam, it also has a boss battle. Not only
Yes.
that, it has a cool aesthetic, and not only that, it also has like a bit of voice acting, which is like kind of insane. And this was made in 3 days. So,
Mm.
just saying, it is very, I would say, A tier game. It is very much in line with Laser Keep.
Yeah.
I would
Does
say.
does
That's
Mima
personally my opinion.
does Mima have anything to say about this game?
I have absolutely no idea what this game even is.
I'm gonna
This is,
yeah,
like,
I'm gonna
very
trust
underrated.
Ohms. I'm gonna put it under Laser Keep just because I can't really say if it's
It's
better.
the same level. It's the same level as
Okay.
Laser Keep.
Okay, I'm looking at the
Very
graphics. It's
impressive, very-
about at the same level.
Yeah, it's very
it's kind of
graphically,
it's kind of
combat-wise,
missing.
it's fun.
Yeah, it's just kind of missing in the lighting
Some
aspect,
effects,
which but yeah,
Yeah, but like
very nice, very
3
nice.
days, right? So
But
like,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
very
trust your
impressive
assessment.
at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has a boss battle, dude. That's like the defining factor.
So
does the
newest game.
But
But we'll talk about it.
the
We'll
news
talk
game's
about it.
very-
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
talk
we'll
about
talk about it.
Okay,
eventually.
let's okay, Pixel, just don't
Not
be
yet.
that harsh.
Not-
It's,
no.
pretty,
Okay.
yeah. Mm.
I'm gonna be as harsh as I need to be, but I'm gonna keep in mind that everything else that kind of builds it up. Now,
Yes.
next game is
So, like,
Diving Through Hell.
Oh, A tier. Oh, A tier, full on A tier. I don't have a single doubt in my mind that this is one of the prettiest plot lines that we have made. I would say that
tier.
wholeheartedly.
I'm
S tier?
sure. Okay, I wouldn't, and I wouldn't put it in S tier, and I wouldn't.
I would.
I would say
I
I'm A
wouldn't
tier.
say this is. The game is what it is, but
The game is what it is. I would say the puzzle aspects of the puzzles are like I like the third room puzzle. I like the third room puzzle. The first room puzzle is understandable. The second room puzzle is pretty hard. So, but I would say aesthetically, the way it pleases you, the way it looks, right? I do think it is, and the plot line. For me, it is the plot line because I saw someone recently play the game and like enjoy it very much. And I just realized, no, wait, this has a really pretty storyline, and I'm like, why not? Like
Yeah.
this clearly is not a very talked about game. As this, okay, sure, it's not the gameplay potential of S tier, but it looks so damn good. And you have to agree on that. It feels good to play. Another thing, it sounds good as well.
yeah.
Right? The puzzles, it is a bit. I can understand if it is a bit confusing, but if we give some leeway to that, this is
Yeah.
plotline wise and how it feels. It is definitely an A tier game.
I
I would.
I can't get the GIF to work because it. But I'm just gonna show the page. So this is the page for Diving Through Hell.
Very pretty game.
Very pretty game. So this is what the main menu looks like. This is basically what the game looks like. I mean, there's 3D rotation with the camera, and basically the only things I contributed to this game is did I do the? I didn't. Did I?
You
Listen,
did.
You stole it from another game.
Yeah.
Fair.
Wasn't it like Persona 3 or something?
No, Persona. It was a like almost a recalling of a sprite to Persona
Yeah,
2.
basically, I made the character art
Character.
mainly because Ohm asked me, and
Yeah.
Ohm asked me to use Persona 1 as a base, so that's what I
Persona
did.
1 or 2. Yeah. Either
So,
one.
the only other thing I basically contributed was the water shader.
Yes.
Yeah. That's about it. It's a very pretty game otherwise, but I wouldn't put it in S tier.
I would understand why would it be S tier, but I will say I don't think I can probably argue with you guys to put it in S tier, but in my mind, story and graphics wise, this stands S tier. Like completely. In my mind, if you only look at the graphics, S tier. If you only look at the stories, S tier. That's
think
what I will
the
say.
highest point of A. I wouldn't go with Monisiki Cottageville and Own the Floor. It's just personal opinion. I'm not a very big fan of such puzzle games without other essence, because of course this is a puzzle game first and foremost, and pretty much only a puzzle game with story in it. I prefer to have more gameplay in the game, which is why. Will you do Le Monkey? Will you do custom ASM?
Who?
No. No. I have no idea. Le Monkey, I have no idea who you are, and no. We don't talk about that. Anyway, so
No, please.
next game. Next game is gonna be Torchsky Relit, which we have just Torchsky. Let's imagine Torchsky Relit is this.
Okay.
So
Torchsky Relit.
it's a remake of a game. Dan? Was it Team Melon or Dan?
No, it was done. It was the Blackthorn Pro Jam, which is the jam before Team Melon formed.
I myself would put this. Yeah.
High tier. Yeah. But I would say above. It is a
At the okay.
Yeah, around,
at the same.
around the same.
At the same. Yeah. I basically it's. I could try to show the. Okay, I could show the trailer for this, which is just this. So. So, I don't know much about this game. I don't think I've ever gotten too far into this. I just haven't paid much attention to this game overall. But I know it's a very good game from seeing Dan play it. I think I've seen Wolf play it, Rendered play it. You know, I've seen people play this and I've thought it looks really interesting.
That is true.
I know nothing about that game at all, like in any capacity. I know it was a game that we re-released for Android.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, but that was it. That's all I know about it.
So
I think it works on Android finally, but like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
but we can't really talk about much about this game, I don't think.
Yeah, we really hope Dan was here because he would give us his
Yeah.
tidbit bits about the game.
Now, Cottage Suit Ooga Booga Edition is next.
Wait, I will say one thing. Without Torchsky, me and Dan wouldn't have met.
That's fair.
So, very special place in my heart. A tier, very good game. D tier, fucking shit. I will.
No,
This is-
No, it's not.
that.
It's not worth that debate. It's not worth
Wait.
that detail. Never mind.
It's
About
worth a
Pxl.
debate. I genuinely think like it's higher than that. Okay, it's higher than
Ichayo is down.
that. That's
I
all.
was down.
Put it above VeggieTale, please. I beg.
It's above
Okay,
VeggieTale.
I don't think it is. No.
It
Shut
is.
up. Shut up.
It is. No,
It's above
It is,
this
it is.
sketchy. It's
Pixel.
above a lot of shit.
no,
thought
I
this
don't think
was
it's
in
above.
detail.
This is catchy. No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
I'll
provide
like
a screenshot
Cottage.
to the people who are watching. So
I don't like Cottage Soup, but like
love
it is kind of funny. This is our first attempt at a hotel management game.
It was good though. I like it. I think you pulled it off relatively well.
I don't like these games, so I
No, I
Soft
love
bias.
hotel management games. It
I would-
still doesn't
I would
work.
put it below
Here.
maybe somewhere here.
Yeah, not above
No,
that,
no,
above that
below
game.
separated. Below
Okay.
separated.
Not above
Yeah.
separated.
Okay. I mean, I can't
okay,
really
okay,
talk
okay.
because I overall
just
just
around the
dislike
same
this genre. But
I love it.
It's barely functional once again,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
uh,
So
yeah,
very cool idea. barely functional.
Next is. Wait. Fuck, we skipped over. Okay, we skipped over Bone Whale.
Oh yeah, we did. Okay, Bone Whale.
B.
Around Ash. No, around Ash.
Hmm.
It's pretty fun. It does look good though. After post processing and stuff, it does. It's the same level as This Is Sketchy, I would say. This Is Sketchy, Ash, in between of them. That's it.
Okay, because this is multiplayer. It's very good.
Yeah,
It's very fun with friends.
yeah, but like it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But like, I would say the fun of Ash is that it's competitive. Bone Whale is cooperative. It's pretty fun, but at the same time, it is a pretty. It is a game. It is a game. I will say that much. I remember copying it at the end and being like, "Oh, Chav, we need to use post processing to the max," which is like a very fun experience for me because it taught a bit like to me about post processing, and yeah.
So, next game I think we could review is Mino.
Mino is a very old game, but like we didn't talk about it because we kind of forgot. Yeah.
Not just
I've
that,
never
it's
played
kind
it,
of...
I know nothing
Okay,
about
so
it.
basically I would put Mino next to Girlfriend Game.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit higher, just because...
No, I would say
Okay.
Girlfriend- around the same
Slightly
idea,
above
I would
it. Slightly above it, because this game got further than Girlfriend Game, so...
Yeah, but like at the same time, we had a lot of ideas and concepts for Girlfriend Game.
That-
Mino was like one
I
straight
don't,
direction.
I don't count that in, because we didn't get to that point yet. But aside from that, Mino
the
is
same level.
basically a mining game, top-down mining game, where you build a base underground. There's no overground area. You mine stuff, you break stuff, you build stuff. It's that kind of a game. I think the idea was pretty interesting. I just didn't get far enough to actually develop it further. So it's that. It's a kind of a thing that this is the first time it's ever publicly been mentioned. So
Yeah, that is true.
it's such an old project that actually Dan was just putting all of the giving me all of these covers to put here on this tier list. I actually forgot about this game. And
What even is the game?
this,
what does it
basically-
do? What is the purpose?
I just explained. It's a top-down mining game where you collect resources
Cool.
underground
Sorry, my
and
brain ain't
build a
working
place.
right
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah. So this actually had two versions: the Unity and the Godot version. So that's very nice too.
Oh wow, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Because
I
I was
didn't actually know that.
I was trying to develop it on also Godot. So that's it. Next game. Metroidvania.
Okay. Pause.
Yeah.
Are we gonna rate it based off only the concept, or are we gonna rate it off the game that was developed? The concept might
'Cause-
be reaching S tier. I'm just saying the concept is reaching S tier.
I can't really, I can't really remember the story, but the concept itself for me, from what I remember, was below C, maybe B or C. I would put it on C, between maybe depending on how we look at this, either above Veritale or below, Girlfriend Game. So mainly because we never got further than just a graphical demo.
I will say one thing.
Yeah.
Though I was younger and stuff like that, but I do think I came up with a very good idea for a story, and I
Yes.
wrote it as the thing is, if I rewrite it, the story will be actually really good enough to push this to S tier. And honestly, I don't really want to give up on the story. I think like if I rewrite it well enough, we could probably use it. I would say concept-wise and how much the story got so far, because I recently reread the story. It is pretty much a banger, and like if you ignore my shoddy wording, right? Yeah. It is a very banger of a story with like a lot of emotional beats and a lot of cool epic things surrounding it. I would
Yeah.
say it is B tier.
Yeah. Just out of context question, answer yes or no. Was it hello, we are indie team type writing, or was it
No. It was not that bad, but it's like it's like
We are never going to
you can
provide the
definitely
context for
tell.
this to the stream audience.
We are
no,
not
I'm
them.
clueless. I'm just as clueless as anyone else here.
Yeah. But
Yeah, sure.
honestly,
but like
I feel
it
like
was
the game.
very banger.
I feel
very
like the
banger.
game, in its current standing, even counting in the ideas, belongs in the C tier because we just had so many disagreements that we can't put it
Yeah,
anywhere above C
the
tier.
the biggest disagreement with the whole game was about the story and about the me and Pixel.
Yeah.
I remember that much, but and honestly, I guess we weren't the best at cooperating back in the day. Much definitely has gotten better, but
Has it?
I yeah,
No,
I would like
no,
generally I would say yes.
no,
But shut up.
no.
But I do think in concept it is a very cool idea, and I do think it is like deserving of B tier, very bottom of B tier.
Hmm.
That is my case for it personally.
Yeah. But now we turn to VeggieTale 2, which never got actually released. The working title
Released?
is VeggieTale Alienated.
That is true.
I have a bit to say about this game.
Yes. So
Okay,
first of
go
all, first of all, just to explain a bit on it, it was a very big sequel to VeggieTale, so I think it would be good to have Dan here to talk, but he's not here. So basically, VeggieTale 2 was based off of it originated as kind of my idea. Basically, we could do a VeggieTale sequel that is actually good and not so ass, and it would be a graphical upgrade, but also a mechanical upgrade. It would have story, it would have cities and shit. And we did get to somewhat into development, like somewhat far. So, as the first VeggieTale, it was an RPG game. It had turn-based combat. Well, this game borrowed the combat system from a game I made called Camp Raid. Camp War is the other. Camp Raid. Yeah, Camp Raid is the one of the latest games I've made. They're big.
Holy shit! I've
The
been
sequel
lied
to-
to.
No, you haven't. But basically, it's basically just characters moving on a grid, and they use different moves on the grid to, do different attacks. Basically, the characters move. It's kind of turn-based, but not turn-based in a stationary way. It's you do your moves. Okay, just imagine like, what are the rabbits games? Well, what are they called? The Mario.
Rabbids
For
Invasion.
example,
Yeah.
like for example, Mario plus rabbits, something. That kind of combat system. So
Persona 5 Tactician.
a bit similar, but more stripped down. I feel like that doesn't fit the game, honestly. I don't.
The combat cell.
Yeah, it could have been made more fun, but like Camp War itself is a somewhat boring of a game. I mean, Camp Raid, but like it is what it is. So I personally would put it in B for now. It has
That is
it
fair.
has S
Yeah.
potential, but we never got to really have the potential unleashed,
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even put it in A because we didn't get far enough to actually scope out how good the game could be. Because let's be honest, we didn't even have a story. We did have a lot of sprites, but we simply didn't have story. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, also amazing work by Sarah on the sprites. They never got to like be in an official published game so far, but I hope they are soon
So
enough.
actually, we could actually discuss about the development a bit. Do you remember about the development, Tom?
I was not present for most of it.
Okay.
I was.
So basically, the project started out as me and Dan, from what I remember, just kind of fucking around, just kind of like, we could make this. Then it slowly turned into a bigger game. We started actually to plan a Steam release, maybe. It wasn't anything concrete, but that's what I remember. And I actually started out as the artist for the game. Basically, I made all of the art. But then we actually got new artists, the aforementioned Sarah, and then we got was there another artist? Or am I
There
just...
was two more artists, but unfortunately we've forgotten the name, and
Was it
they're
fish? No,
basically
was it fish soup? Mm,
yeah. Hello?
was it fish soup or was it
No, Bishop was
fire?
working on cottage.
What was the other? Fart something.
No. That's someone else. That's from Team
can't-
Dynamite too.
I can't remember. Okay, but yeah, we got two other artists, and after that, they actually upgraded, for example, my character art a lot. So they put a lot of detail and just more attention to them. So originally they looked a bit more plasticky. So they did kind of retain the shape and the essence of it, but upgraded it heavily. They looked really good. I feel like I could try to pull up, actually some art of it. Maybe. Wait, actually, is it on the old Team Melon?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Let
if
me
you look
see.
for it.
On the floor, Datorium Game Jam 2022. Metroidvania Jam. Team Melon Showdown. I can't find it. Oh god.
Oh god.
Well, yeah. Maybe someday I'll release some screenshots or some overview or something like what I've worked on video. But yeah, I would put this in B.
I would say bottom B. Bottom B.
Okay.
Because we never really got, so yeah.
Yeah, it had potential, yeah. Now,
This is...
the next game is Evidence of 96. Now, I'm gonna place it here. Now, I would put it in S.
S tier.
S tier. It's for anyone who doesn't know anything about this or listening to this as background noise. This is a visual novel game. Dan, Cinnamue, and Rscrap made.
Yes.
So basically, I worked as the main artist, the main story writer, and the main game designer. Dan was the programmer. Cinnamue worked as a programmer and a UI artist, and basically made all of the art for the cuts for the one flashback scene and another, small scene. But and then Rscrap made 3D models for the game. So
Yeah.
the development of this game probably was the smoothest one of the smoothest of experiences. I remember Dan mentioning this in the last podcast, I think. But
Yes.
it was
no,
really
wait,
good.
Cottageville was the smoothest.
Yeah, but like one of the smoothest. But yeah, it was pretty nice. I mean, I composed the music for it as well. I don't remember what I've mentioned now, but it started out with a plan of making a visual novel. The theme for this jam was one button. And that,
Yes.
that of course made me think of a visual novel, but that also kind of determined the ending of the game. I'm not gonna spoil anything if anyone's actually interested, though I doubt. But Evidence of 96, I feel it's probably one of the best games I've participated in, overall as an overall package. And it took a lot of time to make the character art and the background art. I'm pretty proud of the game.
I agree. At the same time, do I talk about what I was doing and what I was fucking around with?
Yeah.
At the same time these people were doing their own thing, I was like, I'll do my own thing, and then I started another team called Team LeBlanc, which is still a team somehow.
No.
It is. What the hell, dude? It is still a team, and we did make a game for the same jam. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
unfortunately, the overscore.
The overscope stroke again. This time, I think the the overstroking went crazy. So
Okay.
And the very bad thing is, the very sad thing about this is, we found 6 implementations of using one button as a theme, and we implemented that in the game. The only thing that
Yeah.
is left is just being assembled right now. All the mechanics are done.
Yeah. I mean, I was really hyped for this game. I was slightly disappointed that the game didn't get released, but such is the nature of game jams, and games don't always get
Yeah,
released
such
on
is the
time.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but
the game did look
good
really
memories.
But
Yes.
I would put it here.
There, yeah.
Maybe because
Because
for me, visual novels are the better genre when compared to whatever the genre of this game is.
I
But
think
it's
I think
it's
for
personal
me, in my
preference.
mind, in my mind, all four share the same spot. Not even like horizontal ranking. In my mind, they just share the same damn spot.
Yeah, and I mean, the game. I feel like the game is pretty good. So yeah. Oh,
It's like everything excels in their own right, in my mind, right? So like,
yes.
very
Now,
ex- yeah, this
the
is
only
the
game left.
most mixed. Yeah.
No one man.
I will
So
say this is gonna be the most mixed reactions I have to the game. On one hand, I do think it will be if I'm gonna rate this fairly, it's gonna be low. But from the story and the graphics perspective, this does have the potential to be S tier. Just off of only those things.
yeah,
I
understandable.
would say S tier. Yeah, the writing is good. The writing's pretty stellar. Yeah, at least in the first part, when we didn't have to condense it down so much.
Yeah,
The writing is pretty good. I would say the graphics, the atmosphere is the best out of any game so far, and I do think if we do decide to update this, this will be definitely one of the games in S tier. Which we may or may not do. The system is kind of finicky in engine,
yeah,
and this game jam, I feel like acted as a very good learning tool rather than like just a very good magnum opus game jam. You know what I mean? By
yeah,
the end, we basically realized this was a very learning type of game jam. Of course, we're not gonna make best games each time we do a game jam, but at the same time, right, we learn a lot from it, and I think this was the jam that we learned a lot. I did personally, and we figured out what things we should keep in mind working on other games, right?
So before I start talking about the development, I'm gonna show some screenshots of the game. A lot of them.
Yes.
So before I say any of my opinions, they are very critical of the game, but I do think the game is really pretty in certain areas. The game
Yes.
jam was 10 days long, was it? But we worked on
9
it.
days.
9 days. So we worked on it how long?
7 days. 2 days.
Exactly.
After.
So, let's see. This is
Very
it's a very pretty game. But all things considered, basically, in this game jam, I made the lighting basically everything that can be done in engine. So I did.
That is true.
I was overworked, but I feel like that did kind of push to the advantage of the game's graphics. Basically,
true.
Danqzq hosted a game jam with Game Jam, and we joined in. I wasn't originally supposed to be a programmer of the team, but things happened that way, and yeah, that kind of led to the game being what it's now. And the game, this is kind of a similar case as in Papers, Yes Please. The game is really, really pretty, but
I will be back in just a minute.
okay.
That's fine. Oh
But-
yeah, big mode on the right side. Look.
Yeah, big mode.
Yeah.
There's so much to say for me to say about this game, and most of it is very incredibly critical. The graphics of this game are really pretty. That's really the only positive thing I can really say about it, other than the writing is pretty good. But this game was hit with the classic overscoping thing, and I've basically already spoken in depth all of the members and Team Melons just how what I think of this. We actually had a couple of a completely new. We got a new we got a new team member, and this is their first game. I mean, second game, but technically the first game. The first
2 new team members.
Yeah. But I personally know this person, and this pixel art, like the character art, was done by them, which is crazy considering that this was their first actual, not only first game, but their first pixel art. Well, technically.
I agree.
The other game was a local game jam, but we don't really talk about that. It was what it was. We had a day to make the game, so. But in this game, basically, there we had me, we had we had Sharon, and then we had Kappa, who basically did their character art. From what I remember about the credits of the game, so was the director, and I was the producer. Sharon and were the writers. I can't remember the credits, but there were.
I do remember the.
There were 4 credits. There were 4 artists, like 2D artists. I was one of them.
Yes.
Was one of them. Cabo was one of them, and Sharon
Kappa
did
did
help.
the character sprites.
Yeah, and Sharon did help a bit.
Yeah, Kappa did character sprites. Sharon did the UI. I did the tile sets.
Yeah.
And Pxl helped in all of them, like quality assurance, basically.
Yeah.
And like some tile set work. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was Rscrap, who made basically environmental 3D models. So, for example, this lamp and the 3D view of this window here.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically made I made the whole environment and the level design. So I combined all the assets I had, and I had to make also the 3D model of the background and the level. So that was a lot of work. And that's where my critical point of this game comes in. It was too big to begin with. And of course...
That is agreed.
I don't really want to talk about it too much, just because I and still kind of disagree about a lot of the aspects. But the game lacked the game lacked a proper planning, even in the last days. And
I would disagree to that.
I'm talking about a plan on paper, which was simple to follow. But of course, we were in the voice chat most of the time, so the plan was there. There was scripts, like the plot written very well, but it also lacked details about when these specific events would happen, because this game was planned as a Metroidvania game, and basically, I'm gonna explain the story, and if you don't want to play this game yourself, which I highly... I'm not sure if...
Hey, maybe in the future it gets fixed.
Maybe, but... This game takes place in 2 timelines, basically at the same time, so there's 2 environments we had to make. And... that already kind of explains why there was so much work involved. And of course, the game looks really beautiful. I mean, yeah. As talked about the update, I'm not sure if I'll be on the update.
That is understandable, honestly.
I was so burnt out during the game jam's end, because I had to work maybe over 17 hours every single day during the jam to get the game finished, that I basically had to drop the project in the end. So, I mean, at least we got it published, but I'm not gonna touch that project ever again.
That makes sense. Honestly, I
It's a miracle that this game even got a soundtrack of some kind, which is what it is, you know.
Honestly, if you guys want my perspective, this game jam, I think there was a lot of mental health issues on my side, and that and other like even with that, I don't actually remember a moment in the game jam where I was thinking about anything else except the game. I was also working exceptionally long hours, which also contributed to a part of a burnout on my end, as well. Though I do think in the end days it did show a cohesion and planning a lot, but it was unfortunately a bit too late, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. It was like a tad bit too late where the ship has already sunk. This is a this is a learning experience more than anything.
Yeah.
So
there's not a lot I can really say about this game because it would just become a long rant. But
yeah,
the game looks very good. That's the only driving force behind it. It looks good, and that's why anyone would really play it. The story,
writing is good.
The writing is good, but it's not enough for this game to really shine. We couldn't implement everything. We could have, we had to cut a lot of the writing, which is to the detriment of the game. And I've seen some reviews for the game which people think that the starting dialogue is a bit too long, which is understandable. I mean, the first dialogue, like the long cutscene, was basically made before we cut stuff down, which made it extra long. I myself wouldn't put that kind of dialogue into one single sitting inside of a Metroidvania jam or Metroidvania game overall. And he died. Yes.
I think it would have been better if we had like the thing is we didn't have time. There was something else besides it. There was gonna be a gameplay section behind like previously to the starting cutscene, but honestly we couldn't implement it, and honestly that's why maybe it was like a bit burdening. If there was gameplay before, it wouldn't have seemed much more burdening, but unfortunately once again didn't have time, overscope, and stuff like that. But I do think the writing itself very, very solid. Very, very solid.
Yeah, very, very solid. And I mean, that's basically everything I really want to talk about this. It just took a lot of time. And yeah, I would myself put this... Wait, I'll let you talk for a bit about this rating.
Just didn't include it in the thing.
You're lagging.
Yes.
You're lagging. You were silent for, I'd say, a minute even. But I was
looking at the thing.
Yeah.
Am I lagging right now?
No, but how would you rate the game?
I was silent for a minute because I was looking at it.
You're lagging, yes. Very much.
Thinking about like how the
game. I feel like it's a learning experience. It really did showcase my and the other people's ability to create a good looking game. So the lacking of a proper plan drove it downwards for me, and of course because I did get very burnt out from making games with other people from this jam, it drives it down to C or B, lowest B, mid C for me.
I don't think it's mid C. I do think it's like B.
Yeah,
definitely mid B. I think we put it there. Very learning experience game. I don't think it's bottom B. Bro.
Yeah, it's below.
It's that Cotitude.
It's here.
It's here. Realistically, it's here. I do understand it. I think. Yeah.
Yo, what's the ETA?
What's the ETA? What?
Oh, like, how long is this gonna be?
So, I mean,
Like,
my
they-
approximate is
Yeah.
like about 30 minutes at max from now. But yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sound.
So, I think this is a pretty solid tier list for Team Melon games. I'm gonna screenshot it.
I do think this is a very good. I will, if I had to change one thing, I would probably put Diving Through Hell in S tier. Now that I think of it,
Thank
that
you.
is just my opinion.
Okay,
That's just my
okay.
opinion.
It's in my opinion, it doesn't belong in S tier. It's
does.
very close to it, but not quite.
It edges it very frantically.
But
That's
it's,
how
it's
I
not
just find it
it's not enough to really cross in it. I wouldn't put Diving Through Hell on the same level as, for example, Cottageville.
Yeah, but like at the same time, Diving Through Hell, Evidence of 96 both tell a very amazing plot, very
Yeah.
cohesively, and I really respect that.
If we were to make a tier list on the plots of these games, I feel like that it would probably belong to the S tier. But this is like the whole collation or like combination
Yeah, but
of
like
the gameplay,
the soundtrack.
the game,
No,
and
not the soundtrack.
and
The graphics. The
Yeah,
graphics for Diving Through Hell, also one of the best.
I feel like the graphics for Diving Through Hell are not as good as No One Man either.
That is.
Where's no one on there? I think that
So-
should be higher than Papers, Yes Please.
It's around there. I think both are very experimental learning experiences graphically.
Yes.
Also because of Charon's second ever game. And we'll mention that. It's amazing how the new comers in the team are doing so absolutely amazing. But once again, one man, very learning experience type of game, not a very magnum opus type of game, which are in the S tier. So like,
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is a pretty solid, thing. I think we can just.
But the
take
fact
like-
that VeggieTale is an S++ really pisses me off. I just have to say that after you get off
Uh,
my chest.
Speaking of VeggieTale, though, you brought us to a nice transition.
Oh no,
Pixel.
oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yes.
The announcement is coming.
Uh-huh.
I could feel
The
it.
day of judgment is gonna be a
The day of judgment is
No.
crazy.
Now, this is a very, very nice reveal. So,
Mm-hmm. Speaking
We-
about VeggieTale.
I, as the current biggest representative of Team Melon, I'm happy to announce that we are currently working on a pretty big project. It is related to the VeggieTale franchise, though not the cartoon thing, but like we are working on it.
It
It's
is
a
the-
full update of the original VeggieTale and de-shitifying
Remake.
it. No. Fair enough, but it's de-shitifying the game, and it's a game. It's a game I, Dan, and Wolf are working on.
Oh wait, who? Oh wow, really forgetting the guy who's gonna work on the combat system. Oh.
You haven't worked on it yet, so I wouldn't.
Dan. I have talked about it with Dan.
Okay,
so
okay. You
I
can
am
be
gonna
credited
be-
as a battle system game designer, but yeah.
Yes, of course. I
But-
will be intimately working on it. This.
Now, I want to show the viewers some example of the game. So we have 4 screenshots there. We have more stuff in the game, but I'm not gonna really talk about the game too deeply because, of course, we want the game to be a surprise. So
This is how the
one
game
of
looks.
areas. This is what it looks like. This is also what it looks like. This is also.
Are you
what
gonna?
it looks like.
No way, shit, for real.
This is also what it looks
Damn, bro, that's crazy, bro.
like.
I'll just say something. I think VeggieTale Alienated still looks better.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
About that.
I'm not sure
I don't know,
about
I
that.
I'm not.
I really like
on,
VeggieTale
okay,
Alienated.
okay. Honestly, I'm not sure if I agree with that. I feel like you're looking at the game too much from rose-tinted glasses. I personally think,
No.
for example, the tileset in this game is far better looking.
That is true. I agree, 100%. And the lighting in this game.
Exactly, because this has lighting effects that I've worked on like properly. For example, here, different areas have different kind of lighting, and I try to make sure that its environments look pretty good. And I mean, honestly, if we compare it to the screenshot of the, let me try find it. If we look at the screenshot of the
I really dig how the new VeggieTale game looks like.
this, in my opinion, sure, the characters might look more detailed probably, but I don't. The tile system, the tile set, honestly, I feel this is superior. Far
I
more
do
superior.
agree. The tile set is far more superior here.
Yes, I was actually the tile artist, the tile set artist, and the environment artist for this game. So, I would say this looks better. I mean, sure,
Yes.
this has some more. It has a different style in it, of course, but I feel like this is better. I mean, this, and of course, we actually have a bigger story plan for like a more cohesive story plan for this game than the original VeggieTale and the Veggies Alienated, because Veggies Alienated did not really have a story. It had the plans of a story or concepts of the story, you know.
Okay, why are you talking like Donald Trump? We have a concept of a plan.
Concept of a plan of a story, but
Yeah, concept of a plan of a story.
I feel like this world that I'm currently creating, of course, I'm the only artist
I'll be back
in
in
this
just a minute.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like the game. Of course, I think I mentioned this just
Won't be
now,
too long.
but I'm the only artist in this game, and I think
That is true.
I might also be counted as a director.
I would say so. Like at least for
Yeah.
the game.
I mean, I'm still a bit salty about Dan putting himself as a director of Evidence of 96. But I feel like this game is more animated, more whole. You know, it has more life, and I'm trusting music composition from this game to Wolfenrahd, who's also a
Who's
very nice
sleeping.
musician, who's sleeping in the voice chat currently. So, I feel like this game will be pretty good, and actually, we are planning a Steam release for this game. Actually, I don't know if we. No, I'm not gonna mention it yet. But we actually do have a very big plan of publishing this on Steam, and I have a self-made promise of if we are not able to finish this game, I'll quit. Oh, and it's on it. Like I'm actually gonna do it. So let's see if that motivates me and other people working on this to actually finish the game. I'm not sure, but this game will have more life in it.
I will say one thing, though this is clearly very early in concept, the battle system. Me and Dan are, from what it looks like, generally gonna try our darndest, darn hardest. I just combined the two words, but like, darn hardest to like make a combat system, which is really really fun. Like, not something very old timey ish, but like something that engages you in in a much more active way
Yeah, and of
than a
course,
normal RPG.
and of course, we are gonna change the name of this game. It can't be VeggieTale. We were considering VeggieQuest, but that's already taken. So we are still kind of planning the name. We are of course gonna keep the veggie in the name class. It's just it has to, you know. But of course,
Veggie story.
yeah, this whole game is actually even the level design. It's based off of the original version of the VeggieTale.
It is pretty much a remake in.
Yeah, we are actually using the same project even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
Pretty much a
Yeah.
remake. Yeah.
Pretty much a remake. From not
Can't
even from the
believe you
ground.
guys wouldn't. Can't believe you guys wouldn't use music from Radio 42 to include in the game though. That's,
Yeah, actually, that.
Uh.
Yeah. It's not really the same theme, but yeah.
well,
How's it? Okay,
yeah.
Dan is actually in the chat. How's it going, yo? Damnest and hardest. Exactly. We actually are talking about the.
The artist and the artist.
Yeah. But yeah, look forward to this game maybe being on Steam. Hopefully, 100%, because we
Yes,
actually spend money on this.
A lot of money. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like this game looks pretty good, even compared to VeggieTale Alienated, even the original, even some of the current even some of the current Team Melon games. Well, not the latest, but like on the 2D games, this probably looks like the best. And of course, this will be more RPG-y. Of course, I mean, at least this one will have a story. But yeah, I think that's actually everything we have to talk about.
I will say one thing though.
Yes.
Though there are we could not announce some other stuff in this stream, which is really unfortunate, but they are so close to the point that, well, I'm not gonna reveal them in this stream, but soon enough, hopefully, they will also get announced as well. And these are gonna be some insane updates and insane announcements, which shall keep this team going, hopefully. But after this episode is up on the Team Melon channel, we will probably start working on a Discord community server, and if it's completed, we may post it in the comments down below. So
Yeah.
more engagement. And other than that, I don't think there is anything to say, except I do just want to talk about how proud I am of this team. And it's genuinely like 4 years of being in this team, of growing here, and like being your guys' friend, learning so much about game dev, and being at this position now. It's really, really. I don't even have the words to say, but
yeah,
I'm grateful. I am grateful of the experience that this team has given me, given others, given me friends, given me connections, given me VCs that I will probably remember for a very long time.
Yeah.
And a lot of happiness and at times when I was really down. So
Yeah.
this team not only is a game dev team in my heart, it's a really inspirational team with a lot of people that I really do love. And that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. This has been long. I think, have I been on the team for 3 years now?
You have, yes.
Yeah. 3 years is a long time. And I mean, joining this team has, of course, probably made me even lifelong friends, you know? I mean, hopefully lifelong, you know.
Hopefully.
Depending, depending on how long the life is, of course. Like,
don't jinx it. You're going to military.
For real. So, I mean, you know, of course, joining this team has developed my skills in game development, in art, in music. I mean, honestly, let's be honest, Team Melon has yet to utilize my full composing abilities for music. So maybe that'll come in the future. But
the future.
Yeah. And from my side, I'm really, really honored to be a part of this team. Even if this team hasn't released any groundbreaking Game of the Year material yet, but, you know, it's been fun. I mean, we are not a big, famous team on any regard, but we have released some good stuff. So, yeah.
And it's not only that, it's just the fact that we are able to look at all of these games with love, right? That's another thing that makes this team very valuable, right? We may have disagreements. We may go like, oh, I think this game is better. This game is shit. But like,
Yeah.
at the end, I still love each and every single game in this tier list. Believe it or not, the concept ideas that never came to fruition, the games that I hated working on, the games that made me burnt out, or just the games where I was just having fun and chilling with friends.
Yeah.
It's game making is an art, and we're just enjoying it.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
Those-
just butt in real quick.
yeah.
I want to say something real quick. Like, as someone that hasn't been on the team for like a very long time, like I feel like the day that we publish like, you know, a game and not a fucking productivity simulator onto Steam, like the day that we do that, I think is the day that like we progress a lot more as a team.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like that's the day where we kind of like we evolve in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like,
and that's coming
like,
soon.
Hopefully
yeah,
so.
very soon. Also, I think we should also start thinking about monetization in some capacity.
Yeah,
yeah.
Cottageville is. It's
No.
not free.
It's not free.
No one's bought that
it's
game. No
made-
one has bought that game. I'm telling you
Yeah,
now.
there was.
It's
there was.
we're not gonna get into the monetary values, but a lot of people have.
Yeah,
But
a surprising
so like,
amount.
let's not.
I mean,
let's
I'm
not.
I'm planning to keep my games free. You know, I don't
Yeah.
really care about monetization, nor you know, the day I release a game with ads is the day I permit anyone from the team and from my channel to decapitate me like the French did in the French Revolution.
I'll,
you know,
I'll probably be
Right.
the first.
I
person.
think no. I think thing is right. I think ads can be used in a good way.
I think
Like-
this could be
Yeah,
relegated into another
It
team
depends on-
meeting
it-
rather
yeah,
than a
yeah.
stream.
yeah, I mean, it really depends on how you put the ads, but no, I'm not gonna put ads into my
No,
games.
okay.
I never.
Okay. To the people, as the director of Team Melons, we are now putting ads in. Okay, I am gonna put this in public statement, at least for now, before
Yeah.
any informed decisions. This is not us talking about where we want to head the team into, because we
Yeah.
really want our team to have just push
Yeah.
quality free games out there.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah.
and Big B, if you want to say anything about monetization, let's do it in a team meeting, not
Yeah.
in a stream.
But
It's,
I feel like
yeah.
I feel like this has been a solid, pretty solid, you know, stream. I mean, how long have we been streaming for? Let me see. 2 hours 16 minutes. So
That's
yeah,
pretty good.
that is pretty good. Yeah. I mean,
Huh?
I would
All
say
we've done is
thanks
you have to
to.
make a tier list.
Well, you know, I think that, I mean, during most of the stream, I've seen 6 viewers, you know. I think some people enjoy this, but
Like
I
the
think
yeah.
it's-
YouTube bots trying to
uh,
make sure we aren't being racially fucking insensitive.
God.
We're
But-
not being racial.
But, I mean, I think this has been pretty interesting to listen to, even, like, from my side, listening to everyone's opinions about every one of these games. I think we came to the conclusion that, to a pretty conclusive tier list. So, yeah. This is now the official opinion of Team Melon. Every single pick and every single location of these games is objective, and no one shall ever.
And if you don't agree, we're gonna decapitate you.
Yeah, French style. So, I
Right,
think
okay.
this is where we are gonna end this stream. You know,
I guess.
thank you, everyone,
Yeah.
everyone for listening or watching or using us as background noise or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
see you
Thank you guys for watching.
sometime. Yes, thank you.
See ya. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you everyone.